Welcome back to Kila Kitu Bima. If you are new here, my name is Eli Umaya. For my returning subscribers, I really thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And if you're new here, I look forward to seeing more and more of you. Today we're going to talk about how I got into the insurance industry. In this channel, all I talk about is insurance, and some of you may be wondering why. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a background of how I got into the insurance industry. And I know that some of us, actually all of us, while growing up, we aspired to be something, and some of those aspirations may have changed for some, and some probably it didn't change. For myself, I would say I changed a number of times, if 3 counts as a number of times. At some point I wanted to be an air hostess, a model, an architect, but as I grew up, these aspirations changed, and eventually as I was finishing high school, I'd met family, friends, and just people I knew who were lawyers, and this drew me into wanting to do law. At that point I was also interested, really keen on doing human rights, and I thought, what a better way than doing law and becoming a human rights advocate. That is the equivalent of an attorney here in the US. So I did that, and I went to Catholic University of Eastern Africa, where I did my undergraduate in law. Thereafter I went to Kenya School of Law, where I did my postgraduate diploma in law, and I was admitted to the role of advocate in 2015. That's now I was allowed to practice in Kenya as from 2015. This was an interesting journey because when I was in school at Catholic University or at Kenya School of Law, I didn't think about insurance in that way, that I would at one day or at some point want to become an insurance professional. So I didn't think about that. But fast forward, my last 2 years of practice, I got to practice in law firms that were dealing with insurance defense, and I got to practice as an insurance defense lawyer or advocate, and it was a good experience. It had its ups and downs, but overall I would say I gained a lot. The exposure, whatever I learned there, it was really good. Towards now the end of my second year in the insurance defense practice, I decided I want to further my studies, and I said I want to further my studies in insurance. And so I looked for universities that offered insurance law master's level, and I got, I think, the best which is none other than the one that is located at the insurance capital of the world. That's in Connecticut, Hartford, and that's the Yukon School of Law, or the University of Connecticut. I made my application, and I was accepted into the school, and then I started my program in 2020. So during the course of my program, there were newsletters that the school used to send via email, and there's something that sparked my interest when I was reading one of the newsletters at some point, and this was InsurTech. And because I was doing insurance law, and I got now to read about InsurTech at that point, it's not something that I had come across. I had known about fintech, I think that's finance and technology, and so this was InsurTech, and I'm like, this is interesting. And I made my necessary applications, and I requested to do the course, which I'll talk about in another video. And so I made a request, and I did that course. I was allowed to do that course as part of my insurance in law program at Yukon. I finished I think 2021. I graduated from Yukon, and then thereafter I got to work for an InsurTech company. And so I currently work as an operations research analyst, and that's been my journey of how I got into insurance. Let me know how your journeys have been in terms of your careers, or what you aspired to be when you were young. Did it change? Did it never change? And I look forward to seeing you in my next videos, where I'll be talking about my Yukon Law journey, how it was, and also the InsurTech journey. Until next time, bye.